Everyone needs a car, or at least we think we do. Otherwise, how would we make those continuous trips out for beer and pizza? Spoken like a true college student stereotype, huh? Speaking of beer and pizza, what if a new place opened in St. Joe that offered a plan where you wouldn't have to pay for your meal today? For just a small upcharge down the road, you could pay on your next payday or when you receive your financial aid disbursement. But it will cost you in the long run a lot more if you like your beer and pizza on a pretty frequent basis. So I'm not really talking about a beer and pizza financing plan, but rather what most Americans, 84.5%, according to Consumer Reports, do every time they buy a new car. They take out a loan. You may have already bought a car using a loan from a bank or finance company, and you're potentially paying hundreds or thousands of additional dollars in interest over the term of that loan. This is the reason it is better to save using a pay-yourself-first method and then pay cash for your next vehicle. The Federal Trade Commission provides consumer information for anyone considering financing a car. To avoid paying interest for using bank or finance company money to pay for your car, you can use a system of intentional savings and judicial buying to purchase your next car. This saving method will require a lot of patience, self-control, and discipline on your part, but produces a big payoff to yourself and not benefiting a bank or finance company. Something additional to consider is that some experts, like Menninger, say that when buying a new car, that the car loses up to a quarter of its value when you drive it off the lot. And after 4 years, the car has then lost 3/4 of its value. Don't forget about additional costs that can stress an already stretched vehicle budget, like insurance, taxes, licensing fees, and repairs. Financing may seem like an easy solution to not having the entire purchase price of your vehicle, but keep in mind it's going to cost you and cost you a lot more. So with all the costs involved in purchasing a car, avoiding a monthly loan payment to a bank probably sounds pretty good right now. The way to get started is to follow Dave Ramsey's method. Dave is a self-made millionaire and financial guru who encourages Americans to avoid almost all debt. His strategy is essentially a savings program where you save the amount of an average car payment each month, or an amount you set based on your budget and available money. Dave calls this paying yourself a car payment. To enable you to do this, you would drive the car you currently have a little longer than you may want. If that car is not financed, though, that then gives you the freedom to make this monthly car payment to yourself. If you have a vehicle loan currently, Joanna Nagler writes in the Debt-Free Spending Plan that you should consider selling your car and buying something more within your budget. After saving for a determined amount of time, you can then look for a reliable used car to purchase for cash. For example, if you save $400 per month for 10 months, that gives you $4,000 to use to purchase a used car and to pay your taxes and licensing fees. After you purchase a car, if you drive it for a year while continuing to pay that $400 to yourself each month, you will then have approximately $4,800 to put towards another car. Additionally, since you have only had your previous car a year, you can probably sell it for between $3,000 and $4,000. Adding this to your other savings, that would give you approximately $7,000 to $8,000 to purchase an even newer and better car. That's a pretty big step up in just a couple of years' time. Savings brings financial security and less stress to your life. I also have unexpected repairs, which are always a concern. But if you're diligently saving that monthly car payment, then you will have on hand the money you need to pay for unexpected repairs. Using some of your savings for a repair may in fact delay your next purchase of your car, but if you focus on the fact that at least you have that money, you can avoid putting it on a charge card or having to borrow money from friends or families to pay for that repair. Not having a car payment makes it easier to save and pay for your insurance whether you pay monthly or semi-annually or quarterly. And since you're going to such great lengths to avoid debt on your car purchase, go ahead and take the advice of Eileen Breitman, author of Dollars and Cents for College Students, and do some homework regarding insurance policies, and be sure to ask for any discounts that you might qualify for, like a student discount. You will be miles ahead of your peers when you take control of your financial future and not pay extra money that you don't have to when purchasing a vehicle. Hopefully, I've given you some food for thought. There are many good reasons to avoid any unnecessary debt when you're a student, and avoiding vehicle debt can be especially helpful to you while you're a student and beyond. I also hope I have demonstrated to you why it's better to use the pay yourself first method of savings that will enable you to pay cash for your next vehicle. Think how much less stress you will have if you don't have to pay $300, $400, or more each month towards a car loan to a bank or finance company, and how great it will feel knowing that you are paying yourself. In just a short time, you may be driving the car of your dreams and not paying someone else to use their money.